Welcome to Two Non-Doctors. I'm Liz Mealy.
I'm Maria Shahada.
Just we know what we're doing.
Yeah, I hit like record, then pause immediately, and then whatever. I'm
Cool,
we're
well done.
I'm the producer of this thing,
Your hair looks great.
right?
Dude, I had such a good hair day yesterday, and it was my birthday. So I was like, okay, that's nice.
Well,
That's
see,
nice. I don't know if that's a predictor of anything, but it was nice.
I totally know what you mean. So tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm worried that I've wasted my good hair day on today
And you're
because you
like,
only get one in a row. There's no two
no,
in a row.
there's no two in a row. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe something else will be like perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a nice day anyway, except for the fucking weather, which anybody else who lives in the UK, what is going on? It
How
is
cold?
so cold. It hailed the other day.
I didn't even know you got hail in the winter, let alone the
It's the
summer.
apocalypse. I don't know what's happening. I'm angry because it's like my birthday's always warm, and I always wear a cute dress and I look cute. Okay? That's what I do. I don't want to freeze on my birthday. I mean, it's like it's like 62, 63. It hovers around that. And then it's cloudy and then it's windy, so it feels colder. But that's some March
Unacceptable.
shit.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. I should be wearing flip-flops right now.
I think we talked about it. There was in New Jersey, there was a June that snowed. I remember that in the
Yeah.
90s and was like, "Hmm?" like genuinely being like, so like it's so funny because I have that memory whenever people are like, the world is ending, everything's chaos. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, I believe in climate change, but I also believe that weather has always done whatever it's wanted to do.
It has. Yeah. I mean, it snowed in Egypt before. My mom was telling me about how they had no idea they'd never seen snow before. So, weather is weird. Um, I'm just mad that it's been weird for my birthday.
Understood.
Uh, I got mad today because like Johnny's moving. So, and he also has to work a lot right now because like half the people have left for summer. And he he's asked me to take a box of stuff to the charity shop, which is like a 7-minute walk from his place. I was like, yeah, of course, baby. I'll do anything for you because I love you. And so I take this box of stuff. He's so funny too because he's like, "Oh, I don't know if they'll take this. Should I put this in there?" Because there was like well, it was like a parody book. It was called like Vladimir Putin Life Coach. He's like, "There's a war going on, so maybe not." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "It's not up to us to decide what they want to sell. This free merchandise they're getting. Like,
Yeah,
just let
yeah,
them
yeah.
decide.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
let
yeah.
them." So I was like, "Give me the stuff." So I walked to the charity
I
shop,
love that this
the
is
thrift
you
store.
walking with a box. This is just
Ba-dum. And so I go and then it's closed. And when like shops are closed here, they have like metal gates on them. Um, so I went and I looked at some cakes for a while. And then I went back and it was open, but there was a sign on the door that said, "We're not accepting donations right now." So then I walked in because I was like, "Surely you're lying." And then nope, they weren't accepting donations. So fine. So I walk the 10, 12 minutes to the train, but I get on the train and then we're stayed at the station forever. And so, granted, someone was having a worse day than me. Ambulance sirens were coming. There was like a whole emergency team. I get it. I'm not the worst thing that's happened to people this morning. But this is the day I decide to do something nice for someone. I have a big box of stuff. So I have to get off the train and I go to wait for a bus. Not an ideal thing taking the bus somewhere else, and it was full, so I couldn't take the bus. So then all I'm hearing now as I'm telling the story is I had a plethora of options. So actually, so actually I wasn't in a tough spot at all. But I had to walk 12 minutes to another train and I caught that train. Then I had to take a bus up and then I was able to drop the stuff off. But it pissed me off that all this stuff happened the day I decided to do something nice, like the universe was punishing me.
I mean, I understand that. I feel like there's a different perspective though. Like how nice are you capable of being? Like it's more like anybody can walk 5 minutes. What I feel like it was more like a relationship, like I will go to a different charity shop. I will take four modes of transportation, go to a different charity shop.
What's funny is that I was laughing to myself on the second bus I was on because uh it's like the universe only gives you what it knows you can handle. And I've
Yeah,
just
yeah,
proven
yeah.
to the universe I can't handle shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're like, what
Don't
are
throw
we at a red
anything at me.
light?
I
I hate
crumble.
this.
I crumble immediately.
Um, well, I think you did a good deed for somebody that is going through an uncomfortable transition.
Thank
I
you.
mean, moving is just like, man, like my brother's about to move again, and I'm just like, I hope I now understand. My mom was always like, I'm never moving again. That was my mom. My mom's like, I will die in this house. And I was like, do you have a plan? Like, every single house she lived in, she's like, I will die here. I don't like it here, but I'm gonna die here. Because it's like that's how inconvenient moving is. I don't know. When somebody told me they just moved, I'm just kind of like, it's like it's hard for me not to write a card being like, I hope you die there. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, no, I mean that in a nice way.
I've moved so many times. I've been here for 4 years, but I still haven't put pictures up because I'm like, I'm gonna go at any minute. So
You've moved so many times that that's what your like how-to book is about.
yeah.
Like like how to move in the most convenient, inconspicuous way where like people are like, "Did she ever live here?" I
I'm
don't.
like, Marie Kondo is a fucking amateur. You want to know if you throw something out? Do you want to take it with you to the next place?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
And you
get rid
might
of
not
it.
stay at that place long.
Yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I had someone we have someone like a new housemate moving in here and she had spices, but the spice rack is full. And I was like, okay, tell you what, I'm gonna make some room. But before I do that, I have to put everything in alphabetical order. I'm sorry, I don't know why. And because there's like basil here, and then you find out later there's basil down here, and there's too much
It's too much
chaos.
basil.
There's
Yeah.
too many other people who have had like spices here. So I did that. But what I liked about her was that as I'm putting it back, she started helping me put it back. So she goes, okay, here are the A's. And then like, I put the A's up and she's like, here are the B's. And I'm just like, this is nice. She wasn't like, all right, weirdo, whenever you're
Yeah,
done,
yeah, yeah. She was like,
let me
I know my
know.
ABCs. I got
Yeah.
you.
She's like, all right, I'll hand it to you. And I was like, no, that's a team. That's teamwork, man. That was cool.
Yeah, this kitchen is brought to you by friendship.
I was like, you
Also,
foolish.
but it also makes sense because somebody else that is bringing spices is somebody that's like, I also don't want to have 16 basils and not know when was the most recent basil
Yeah.
purchase.
Yeah.
Have we Googled the shelf life of spices? Isn't it like
About
I
a year, but I'm sure people keep it much longer. I just ended up throwing out like a lot of like Ottolenghi spices, which were expensive, but it had been like over 2 years at that point. I'm like, and they honestly, I'll be honest, Ottolenghi, you're not impressing me much with your spice mix.
whoa, we're
Yeah,
getting some 90s
that's right.
sass.
That's right. And somebody explained to me, and I mean this, what is the
Hmm.
appeal of za'atar and sumac? I'm Middle Eastern. I don't think there is any appeal to it. I don't think they're good spice mixes, but everybody goes crazy for it, and I just don't. I don't
Wow. This
deal with
is
that
a lot
shit.
of controversy. This is going to be like explicit spice content.
That's gonna be the name of
Glo-
the episode. Danny, take note.
yeah, yeah, gloves are off.
I
And they're
don't
like,
like sumac. What?
and when people are like, I thought we were going to see tits. This is crazy. This is not what I thought when they said explicit and spicy.
No, no, we're never gonna do that.
I mean, God knows the time to have done it was when we really needed money, and it's too late now. It's too late.
Yeah, yeah. Although more comedians are going to OnlyFans.
Yeah, but like this is what I don't understand is like I mean, I guess you start out being like, I believe in art and creativity, and then you're like, art and creativity is hard. I'm showing feet pictures. Like
Easier to show nipples.
yeah, 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 yeah. Like these are creative boobs. I don't know, man.
I understand the appeal. I get it. But yeah, everybody like the opportunities there. I think it's the opportunity thing. It's because like most people wouldn't sell their bodies, for instance, right? But
Mm.
if there's a website that's like seeking arrangement where it's like, well, you're dating, but he hands you some money sometimes, and then you reframe the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Now it's like it's not like you're out on the corner in Times Square in the 70s. It's like, oh, what's this guy like? And he's giving me some money. Not that I've ever
yeah.
done it. I feel like I'm like
Yeah,
justifying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the same with OnlyFans, where you're like, they're fans. They're fans of my body. Those
Yeah.
are the fans.
It's just all reframed. So it's like it's all like, yeah, it's fine now. It's not it's like Uber, right? In the 80s, if you're like, oh,
You
I just
would,
get in the cars with strangers,
you'd be like, what are you, who raised
you
you?
insane, right? Now it's just like, yeah, I do it every day and I give him
And
money.
you're like, that's not a stranger. That's Roger. I know his name. That's right. He's not a stranger because I
Roger
know.
4.7.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know his rating. I know his car make and model.
it. Yeah.
Isn't that what you know about your friends?
Right. So,
Okay. Everything's different.
hmm.
I'm in my last year of my 30s.
Yeah, you are. How's that feel?
I don't know. I don't know how I'm processing it. I can't. Are you like this where like if you say your age or your like time, you know what I mean? Like I'm in my 30s or I'm in my late 30s or I have a joke where I say I'm 38 on stage. I'm like, God damn it, now I have to update it. Like
Yeah, I had to update. Yeah, I say I'm in my 30s for something, and I have to say I'm in my 40s, and now I'm going, I'm too old for this joke. I shouldn't
Yeah,
be this person in my 40s.
yeah, yeah. You're like, oh no,
This humbles me.
maybe they were right, the people that I was writing this joke about. Um, yeah. And my other problem is that I have all of my stand up online and we're in a clipping culture where you put clips up to promote yourself. So, I have jokes where I'm like, I'm 28. And then a week later, I'm like, I'm 36. And people are
Yeah.
like, this girl is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because like remember how that guy from the Ice House in LA who filmed our sets and gave us $25 and has been using it every year since then. So it's
Yeah.
like how old is it? It's like a 15-year-old set or 10 years old, but every year it comes out as if it just came out. I'm actually at this point flattered if somebody's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I like your new material." Because I'm like, you think that that girl from 15 years ago is me now?
It's
Great.
me. It's
Thank
me.
you. I'll
Cool.
take it.
Um, oh crap, what was I gonna say? Man, my brain fog has been,
Oh, I've been awful.
but it's been worse and I've been sleeping. So how does that work?
You're 39.
Is it is I'm in
39.
it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have a midlife crisis, or maybe I won't because I'm living like, isn't the definition really of a midlife crisis is like, oh, I got here and this is not where I wanted to be, right? Like it's really like the married dad that like went to work every day and like all of a sudden he's like, my life has passed me by and I'm gonna get a Ferrari and divorce my wife. I don't know. That just feels like the
Yeah.
stereotypical TV version. But like I
Who
I've
kept
never
blowing in the wind of his convertible.
yeah, I've never well, cat hair just flying. I've never taken the typical path. So I don't like what am I midlife crisising about?
Are you midlife crisising?
I don't think I am,
Okay.
but I'm just scared that it's gonna like it doesn't happen like you know what I mean? Like it's like
Our midlife crisis, by the way, as someone in midlife,
mhm.
is oh fuck, I need to get a job.
Oh yeah, we're
Oh
the
shit, I need to have
opposite.
kids.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. Ours is gonna be responsibility, not irresponsibility.
Uh-huh.
That's actually really smart. I didn't even think of that, where I'm like, I can't have a midlife crisis. I'm doing everything someone in a midlife crisis would decide. I'm going to do stand-up comedy. How many 40-year-olds do we know that are like, oh, I've always wanted to do stand-up. I'm going to do stand-up. And you're like, yeah, man,
I
sure.
know. I'm like, I'm in my 40s. I need to do my taxes.
I'm going to wake up one day and just be like, I need to be more responsible. This is insane. My
Yeah.
desk will be clean. Things will change.
Yeah.
I have as someone that's going to be, I just have a couple of gigs in Texas in 2 weeks, but, or in a week when this comes out. But I'm mostly home for the next 2 months. And I made a cleaning, organizing to-do list. So maybe that's my midlife crisis. I mean, closets, clothes that I'm getting rid of, cabinets that like you're organizing spice racks. I have like you open up my food cabinet and like just like old
Oh
tris
yeah.
are falling
It's
out
the
at you.
Tupperware commercial.
Every episode we're like um it's just pure chaos. And it like I would say I'm 50% organized. Like I can keep like I think it's when I'm constantly traveling. Like my closet in my bathroom has like all my skincare stuff and it's like I put it back. And then the next day I put it back. And then the next day I put it back. And then there's one day when something falls and I'm like I'll do that later. And
Yeah.
then I come off from being on the road and like lunchbox is in the closet and he knocks four things over and I'm like I don't have time to organize this and now four things are over. And then now it's like I'm not even joking, it's a scavenger hunt. Like I had to look for like face lotion that I know I bought. And I'm like digging and I'm like, is this it? I'm like, no. Is this it? No, this doesn't belong here. Is it, I'm like,
Yeah.
like truly like, I'm like, there's a cat in here I didn't know I had. Like I am like, it went from like moderately organized to truly like despicable. Like I am ashamed. I told Evan and he's like, I want a before and after picture because I've told him that's like my thing I'm gonna get done is organize that first
I mean,
closet.
that sounds like what happens in my room after I clean it, but like like for me it happens much, much faster and without the cats. I have about
I
an hour that it stays clean and then it's just like, I'll get that later. I'll pick that up later. But yeah, I mean, I have stuff. I just want to get rid of it. It's like, do I need this stuff?
I think that is my new I am in a purging place. I've gotten rid of bags of clothes. I have some stuff I'm going to try to sell, although that always hurts my feelings because they're always like, no. And I'm like, but it
Oh,
was
when
really
you go to a shop and then they're just like, they look at it and they're just like, they like throw it over their shoulder and like pick up something else. They look at it with disdain. They look you up and down. It's like you have to go in wearing like Gucci or something for them to be like,
yeah.
all right, maybe this person knows they have good taste.
Yeah, yeah. The women at the place I go to, they go because they don't take anything that's worn and they'll be like, Thank you, but this is worn." And I'm like, "I've never worn it before." And they're like, "It's worn." And it's like
Yeah.
their way of being very nice about like it's gross and we
Yeah.
can't believe you ever bought it. You're gross and we're not going to touch your clothes.
I
And I'm
mean,
like,
I would work at a grocery store if I could do that with people's groceries. I would just be like
yeah.
picking up bags of chips, like, really this flavor?
Mm,
I
mm.
don't know. I think you could do
You're,
better.
and you're gonna
Go
dip it
ahead.
with that? No. You send them back. Try again.
Yeah.
Try. You're gonna grocery shop again.
By the way, I had Prosecco flavored chips. They were disgusting.
What did you hope they I just
I don't know.
that's
I don't know what I was hoping for, but the lady sold it to us because my friend asked, like, "These good?" She was like, "Oh yeah." Like she was like, "Takes a minute to get used to. You might need to eat a couple, and then you get used to it. They're so good." So we took a chance on some Prosecco chips, and it had the umami of like cheese, and then the flavor of
mhm.
grape. Horrible.
No. You wouldn't even do that like with a cracker. Like you know how you'll go to drink wine and they'll have like a fig jam and you put it on some brie cheese and you put
Actually,
it
they
on
would do
a
that. You
cracker.
would get a cheese plate that had grapes on it and figs and but I don't want it on a crisp or a chip.
No.
I'm
Um
sorry, I derailed our conversation to talk
no,
about.
nothing matters. At all. I'm in my late 30s. Nothing matters.
Oh
My
man, I'm
My
just
dad sent me, I don't even, I'm sure Apple made it, but my dad sent me some video of like all these pictures of me and it has like pictures from high school and we're kids and then in the last couple of years and it's like blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at it and I'm genuinely being like, no. Just like you ever just like see the carousel of pictures and just be like, those people never needed to meet. Like I didn't need teenage Liz next to 10-year-old Liz, next
oh,
to
funny.
36-year-old Liz. Like that miscellaneous because it's all over the place. There's no like because I'm pretty sure his phone just made it of pictures of me. There's no rhyme or reason. So it's like Liz with braces, Liz when she went to someone else's wedding, Liz when she
Was
just
there a
woke up.
song that came with it, or was it just the carousel pictures?
Carousel pictures, and I just my tears were the soundtrack.
Well, Mr. Mealy, I think it had
You,
the effect you wanted it to. You
yeah,
lit
yeah, 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 yeah. If
tears.
that was the goal. So me and Evan have a Google Doc called Fat Camp, which is like any place that we want to go and try, we put it in that list. And then when we're like, we should go out to eat or we should go do something, what's on the list? And so we celebrated my birthday on Sunday because he had to go away for work. And we hit up two different places. And one of the places, um, they had coffee slushies. Like that was like the thing that they're known for is coffee slushies. And I was like, I like coffee. I like slushies. Let's do this.
Huh,
And I hated it.
sure.
Hated it. It tasted sour or bitter, or it just
So it was
tasted,
black coffee with sugar, I guess, and
I would
then
assume, and then it was
with crushed
slushy.
ice.
Yeah.
So
But
there
it
was
was,
no milk.
I don't know. I don't I don't
Let me
know.
tell you something, Liz. You need to stick to coffee flavored ice cream if you're going to do anything coffee.
I know. I
Okay, don't do
know.
coffee slushies.
But everybody was
Don't do
like,
iced
this is
coffee.
it. This
Nope.
is it. Everybody was like, this is it. And it wasn't it.
Not for you. Your flavor profile is different than most coffee lovers. You are not a
True.
coffee lover. You
I'm
are
not, I'm
a fat and sugar lover that likes to cut it with a little bit of coffee.
that's honest to God the truth. I I bought I bought a coffee grinder and I bought coffee and I based it off the because I really liked the coffee I had at your place. And so I based it like, oh, I want to get like
Oh,
whatever has the same thing. So weird. I hate the smell of it. Like genuinely, I'm grinding it. I hate the smell of it. I'm like, oh no, I really fucked up. And then I drink it. I'm like, oh, I like this.
oh, good.
But the other coffee that I didn't like, I liked the smell of it, and then I didn't actually like the coffee. So something's it's not working. Something in I'm
I
broken.
no, you're not broken. But I know what you mean. I've definitely hated the smell. Not hated the smell. I never hate the smell of coffee, but like just been like underwhelmed. And then it's just like actually it tastes really good, and then vice versa. But was it the same brand I used or a different brand?
Different brand. It was you that's UK. And you know what's so funny is I could have bought a bag of it, but I was like, I don't have a grinder. And then when I started coming back here, everything that I wanted, I it was whole bean, and then I needed
I'll
to get
send
it.
you some.
Don't send me, girl, don't send me some. It's
I'm gonna
waste.
send you some coffee beans.
Don't you send me coffee beans. God knows it's like $80 after you mail it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm know what I've noticed is like I don't like I like birthday attention from my friends and my family. I do not like birthday attention from strangers as somebody that gets attention from strangers.
Okay. You mean like on Facebook when they're like, happy
Yeah,
birthday?
yeah, and you're like, dude, I haven't talked to you in 40
Or
years.
I
Like
just straight up don't even know you or why you're on my Facebook.
true, true, but it's also like I I don't mean this in like a mean way, but it's like the I'm sure people do wish I have a happy birthday. So it's not like this ultimate form of disingenuous, but it's like you don't even know how I am. Like on a given any given day, you've never asked me how I am. So why do you hope on this day I'm good? It's
Yeah.
just like I don't know, there's a little weird logical brain which is like not that I want all these people to ask me every day how I am because I don't have time for that either. But it's just like I don't know, there's something where it's just like especially because I really try not to work or do anything on my birthday and it's like the one thing where I'm like proud of myself where I'm like I drank coffee, got like lunch and dinner with friends. I kept it very simple and then I just don't want I like truly am like, there's a couple of people that I didn't realize knew it was my birthday. And I was like, thank you. But I was like, please tell nobody else.
You can turn that off, Liz.
Can you? How do you turn it off?
I don't know. We'll go over it later, but you
Okay.
have to deal with these birthday wishes.
I do. I feel like I'm hiding from them.
Yeah.
I genuinely felt like I was hiding from them
The only
yesterday.
reason I'm still on Facebook is to get the birthday wishes. I love them.
Really?
Love 'em. I mean, sometimes you get a person you're like, I don't know who you are, but thank you. And sometimes you get
Eh,
people you're like, oh, how are they doing? That's nice. And you don't ever catch up with them, but it's
yeah.
nice to be thought about.
Sure. I mean, it's very sweet, but it's also like, I don't know. It's like, I think it's because it's like any other day, I'm like worker bee. And on that day, I'm like, this feels like work, like
Yeah.
saying thank you. And
Oh, you don't have to respond. And then you can just do that whole thing later where you go, thanks to all the birthday wishes, everyone. And then, then you get more birthday wishes.
yep, yep.
And you've
I
already
did
thanked
it.
them, so you don't have to do it again.
Yeah. I do an overcast of thinking. We should,
Announcements, thank yous, Googles.
yeah. Thank you
Let's
for all
do
my birthday wishes. Uh,
it.
um, um, I'm gonna be in Texas. Come see me in Texas. I'm gonna be in Dallas. I'm gonna be in San Antonio. I'm gonna be in Houston. I'm gonna be in Austin. Everything is at lizmealy.com. I have all my other show dates that are gonna be happening August and on at lizmealy.com. Maria?
Yeah, go to mariashahada.com and just say hi.
Yeah, it's her. You missed her birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, birthday love. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be in Liverpool in July, but otherwise I'm not really doing anything. I'll be around London. But thank you to all of our patrons. You guys are
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the support.
honestly, we love it. If you want to follow us, you can follow me at Maria Shahada, Liz at Liz Mealy, Two Non-Doctors at Two Non-DRS on Instagram, and Two Non-Doctors on the rest of the things. Twitter, YouTube. That's it. Because we're not
Yeah.
on TikTok or nothing.
No, no, we're not dancing. And then Patreon is Patreon/ two non-doctors, number two, full word doctors.
Yeah. And you can write to us if you want to write to us. Two non-doctors, number two, forward doctors at gmail.com.
Yeah. What'd you
Google's?
Google? Google.
Well,
Google.
I Googled something I have to Google again. But so I got birthday tattoos.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Oh
Again.
shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I got like
Okay.
it's like you can't see them.
Yeah, you
But
can't see it. You have
well
to
anyway,
send.
I got they are moonflowers. And then on
Nice.
the other hand, I was like, throw a cigarette on me.
Oh my God. Are you losing your mind? How many tattoos did you get?
Get the
I do
plume.
like
It's
that.
so pretty.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. I was having a good time. I like them. I'm happy.
I'm glad you're happy, but I had no idea you were getting tattoos, especially because right before we went on tour, you got the crane.
It's a heron, but yeah.
Heron, sorry.
Um, anyway, I was feeling a little off the next day, and so I like was Googling things about nausea. And then I was like, does tattoos make you nauseous? And there's a thing called tattoo flu.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, it's pretty common and should fade into memory in a few days. Your body's immune system is making you feel wiped out while it attacks potential threats to your bod. I hate that they use the word bod. It makes me want
No.
to find a different source. Be on the lookout for mild fever, chills, fatigue, and some tummy discomfort. And yeah, because it's like you've got a needle like poking you a bunch of times, and then remind me not to do that gesture on the internet again.
Yeah, no,
Um,
never again. Or
yeah,
just put it on OnlyFans.
no, I could be making way more money. What
Yeah.
am I doing? Um, and so your immune response like gets set off, and I guess it's working overtime and it makes you feel sick.
But what's because I that makes sense even with what do you call it? Acupuncture, right? Like, I mean, acupuncture is a different poking of a needle situation, but the whole point is an immune response. So,
Yeah.
oh, that's interesting. I kind of want to ask Evan if he's ever had tattoo flu.
Yeah, ask them. Yeah, it just makes you feel wiped out. Let me see. I'm trying to think of like how long does it last? Um, I don't know. Generally, it's fine and it's normal. I guess if it lasts for a while, you should probably see a
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah. Or like,
Wait, somebody asked, does getting tattooed burn calories? You'll
Why?
actually burn calories during a tattoo because your metabolism speeds up in response to tension. Carb loading is a great way to make sure you'll have enough energy to get through your next tattoo appointment. That's crazy.
I just can't imagine carb loading to lay down.
I can't look. Yeah, carb loading to lay down is so funny. I feel like if things that speed up your metabolism, like if your metabolism speeds up because of tension, I feel like then it's
We
safe
should.
to think stand-up comedy would speed up your metabolism and stand-up comedy would make you thinner, but it doesn't.
I would think going to work would make you thinner. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like holding your tongue to your boss. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And if this is the same website that used bod and tummy issues,
It isn't, but that's funny.
I ain't trusting their resources.
Bod.
Um, bod. What is it? Isn't it a Louis C.K. joke where he's like he said there's something wrong with her noggin or dome?
Oh, oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, she has a bunch of tumors in her head.
Yes, not cranium, not brain, head.
Her
Might as well
head.
said dome. Her dome's broken, bro.
She almost
Like
said fucking tumors.
that's such a good joke. Um, dude, I'm so annoyed. So half of this is my fault, and I feel like the other half isn't. But I have to like wear gloves to like wash the dishes or like clean. And I came back and I cleaned the shit out of my, that actually sounds gross, but I aggressively cleaned my bathroom. It was you know what I mean? Like I hadn't been around and I didn't do a good job before I left. And it was so muggy the other day when I did it, I couldn't get my gloves on. Like legit couldn't. I was almost thinking about putting like if I could have found any kind of powder or anything just to get my gloves on, but it was so sticky and I couldn't get my gloves on. And I was like, fuck it. So I just cleaned my bathroom and the cleaning stuff made me break out in eczema all over my fingers. Like,
No.
and like it's just super itchy, really painful. And like usually that'll happen sometimes in the winter, but it took me about a day to be like, oh, I did this because I cleaned for like an hour with no gloves on. And cleaning supplies in general are harsh, but then on top of it, just anything with SLS just dries the shit out of your skin. And so my hands, they're starting to get better, but I woke up yesterday and you can't really see it, but I have eczema on my eyelid. And I'm like, what is happening? Usually eczema happens in the winter. And I was just so mad that I was like, why the hell do I have eczema on my eyelid? It's small. It's like maybe like half the size of like my pinky nail,
I
but
get
it's
it.
like
Sometimes I get a little like spot of psoriasis on my eyelid. I'm like, no, no, no.
no, no, not my face. Come on.
Yeah,
I literally
leave
was
my
like, not
face
my face,
alone. It's like the domestic violence. It's like just not my face.
not my face. Dude, I was literally like, come on, dude. Um, so I Googled like eczema outbreak in the summer because I was like, this why am I why? So it says the summer can be difficult time because I always have issues with eczema in the winter. That's like 90% of when I have like flare-ups and issues. And I've had it a little bit kind of on my eyelash line many years ago. I also think I've been eating like super trash and my body's upset with me and that's
Mm.
valid. But it says summer can be a difficult time for people with eczema, also known as atopic dermatitis, because of higher temperatures, increased sweating, and more exposure to allergens. Eczema can make your skin more sensitive to environmental factors like heat, irritants, and bacteria. And then it was like, here's some tips. Stay cool, stay hydrated, shower after sweating, use eczema-friendly sunscreen, take medication. And I'm like, no, no. I was
So you turned
fine.
how old?
Huh?
You turned how old?
I know. This is
No.
no. The answer is no. Yeah, man, I'm just like annoyed. This is what's even funnier is I've always had eczema kind of at the crown of my head. I've had it for probably 4 or 5 years. And I think between having like long COVID and my hair kind of falling out, and then also just a couple of factors. like the pandemic and being gross and lazy and not washing my hair. And then my hair started to kind of fall out and I was putting all these weird things in my hair to kind of get it to be better. And then I don't know, I just like I was fucking with my hair a lot, but like this I always have some mild to extreme amount of eczema behind my head. Then, because I was reading and watching all these videos of how to like help your hair grow, this woman was like, "Hey, you should be washing your hair twice when you're in the shower. The first, and you're only supposed to use shampoo on your scalp. The first is to like get all the like, you know, you know, dry skin and oils and garbage. You're washing that out. And the second one is to actually like wash your scalp. And so I started washing my scalp twice in a row, and my eczema on my head is gone. Like
Wow.
it's like I would say maybe 5%, but it's almost completely gone. And I've been double washing my hair, I think, for like 3 months. And who would have thought? I don't suggest that. And obviously, it's like curly friendly, it's SLS free, blah, blah, blah. But like, who would have thought that more washing would be? But I think, especially with our scalps and the amount of crap we put in our hair, that things really start to build and
Yeah.
irritate and whatever. So I think that is specifically for scalp dermatitis. I don't know. But it's like, it's almost, well, I like noticed it. I was like, oh my God, I could almost shave
Yeah.
my I have a weird shaped head, so I would never shave my head. But like, it's the first time in I think it's the first time in over 4 years that I don't have active, consistent, uncomfortable eczema under my hair.
It's really counterintuitive that. That's
It
funny.
is.
Yeah.
And counterintuitive to even just about growing your hair. But this woman Instagram, who knows? I'm sure she has no degrees. But she basically was saying that all hair, like your scalp is controlling everything, and the pores and stuff get clogged with oil and crap and dry skin and blah blah blah, so that you need to double wash. And that's the when you heal and take care of your scalp, everything else is better. And this girl, right? She's right.
She right.
Right. I'm truly like, it was like a game changer. But I'm not even joking. So I really noticed last week that I was like, oh my God, my eczema is like 99% gone. And then I woke up on my birthday to and I was like, no, 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 no. I was like,
We're
no,
not
no, no.
gone. We're just manifesting somewhere else.
Yeah. And I was a little bit like, hey, this one you could hide. You can't hide this. You can't put eyeshadow on like sadness. Like,
Yeah, that sucks. I hope it goes away.
thank you. So yeah, summer's not being good to my body.
Yeah, at least you have a summer. Okay, cool.
It is a little chilly here. I actually thought of you yesterday. It wasn't like super chilly, but it was like I wore a skirt and I was like, this is probably pants weather.
I'm not gonna lie, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a little chill here.
All right, good. It's
Yeah,
happening
we're
now.
happy.
It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah. The world's ending. So don't feel bad. The world's ending.
I
On
know.
that
When
note,
it was hailing, I was like, is it the apocalypse though? Like, is it though?
yes, I guess.
Well, if we're still around next week, tune in.
Yeah. Cliffhanger. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you then. Bye.
Bye.